Hello and good day, everybody, and welcome to ACGL's Women's War, brought to you by Carry First and Tribe.gg. We are ready to cast some awesome Call of Duty mobile action today, and I am here joined by the amazing Dallas ZA. Are you ready for today's tournaments here?
I'm ready. I can't wait to see what these women bring to their screens or to their phones, and then we can see who comes out on top. I'd love to see the battle, and we don't really see too many of these tournaments around, so this is perfect to see the women go at it.
I'm very excited for the whole everything. I mean, Carry First here being one of the big mobile gaming brands here in Sub-Saharan Africa. This is a Sub-Saharan Africa. We have players from all over here of the southern part of the Africa, continent, taking part in the tournament today. We're very excited. We have to get some admin out of the way. You guys know how it is with this. We have to say thank you for everybody who's making everything possible here. And first and foremost, Carry First, who's making all of this possible. They are putting $2,000 on the line. You heard me correctly. That is the big D dollars. As you can see here, first place is taking away $1,000 for this tournament. Second place, $600. Third place, $400. And then the MVP of the tournament, whoever does the flashiest stuff, she is walking away with $300 as well. And that is an amazing prize pool. Thank you, Carry First and Tribe, bringing that together, guys. And we have to tell you a bit about Tribe. Can you tell me a bit about what Tribe is, Dallas?
Yeah, Tribe, basically the four front runners for everything COD mobile at the moment in Sub-Saharan Africa. They, as you said, made all this possible, and they've got big things to come in the future. And we have a little interview that will come after this first game, and Derek will run that, and we'll hear more about Tribe and Carry First.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, guys, you guys go check out Tribe when you can. Tribe_GG on the socials. Actually, join Tribe_GG. If you're looking for teams to play with, if you're looking for friends to play games online with, they are the place to go to. And yeah, like Dallas has alluded to here, we have over the whole Women's War, we're going to have some awesome interviews with some amazing people out there. I'm looking at the names that is going to be. Can I spoil some of the interview people we are going to have involved here over the weekend? Admin, please confirm. Admins are not confirming.
I think they just keep. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay, we can. Okay, so yeah, we have Queen Arrow that is going to be one of our first interviews. She is a professional gamer, and she's actually also signed by Red Bull as an e-athlete, which is amazing. Yeah, that is tomorrow. Lucy Hoffman, she is the COO and founder of Carry First, which is going to be amazing to be talking to as well. Then we have Jess Hines. If you live in South Africa, you probably know who Jess Hines is. She is one of the most amazing people I've ever seen. I think I've met her as well. Yes.
Yeah.
What amazing person. And Rushka.gg. If you guys don't know Rushka, you're missing out on life. There's a bit of life that's not bright enough for you. She is one of the most brightest, awesomest people I've ever met in my life. So yeah, that's some of the people we're going to be interviewing over the Women's War. And again, ACGL, thank you for making all of this possible. Here we are looking at our first maps. Take us through the maps here.
Yeah, man, we've got Red Lotus versus her in our first matchup. I can't wait for this to happen. But a classic map, standoff, hardpoint. Man, every single time I just look at this map, I get chills on good old traditional Call of Duty.
Yeah, then next up is Search and Destroy on Firing Range, and then Control on Raid. These are the most bangeriest of banger maps out there. Yeah, absolutely. I think we're in for a good time, some good matches here, and this is our first matchup of the day. I wonder what I actually didn't ask earlier on the admin side, but I saw the HER it looks like an acronym, HER.
Yeah, HER.
During the night, I want to find out what that actually stands for. But yeah, I've been told, been given a bit of a brief, some insider knowledge that Red Lotus is actually one of the favorites to take the whole tournament. And that's a lot of weight to carry on your shoulder, right?
It is, and it's been through social media that everyone says this Red Lotus team is going to walk away with everything. And, usually the MVP comes from that winning team. So there's an extra $300 for that person as well. But again, these people are going to fight it out, and we'll see who comes out on top. I just want to see some good old Call of Duty. on mobile and on the best maps that Call of Duty has ever made.
Yeah, these are some amazing maps, definitely. And yeah, I mean, everybody knows it is Women's Month this month, and this is especially why we are doing Women's Wars. But it is so fantastic and important to keep on getting everybody involved in every way, shape, and form in the esports scene, and that's how we're going to take everything further. But we are ready for our game 1, and we are starting off watching her being on blue and on yellow. We have the team of Red Lotus again up into the favorites, and they have this side to have to take up some points on, and they are going on hot right now, and they get traded off here, and it's at the moment 5-point lead, they're going in hot, like no breaks at all.
And everyone just went straight to heal, trying to get as many points as possible off the back. That was the 10th points for the Red Lotus team, and now you'll see it is her team blue that's going to try and fight back, and they do just that as they take the lead, and rotations are going to come in to see who gets P2, but there's still 30 seconds left of P1.
Yeah, so Hill 1 does have a lot of time left still, and her actually does end up taking up the lead away. It looked like Red Lotus is going to have that first one down, but they got swapped off. They got completely cleaned off, and we can see here on the minimap that they're already ready for Hill 2 Red Lotus. We've talked about this in the past in our previous Call of Duty mobile casts, that the rotations to the next point can be so important. You can maybe lose a lot, and then just by making the early rotation, you can make up all of those points. We see here 27-14 as we get 5 seconds away to Hill 2.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it is so important if you're behind or you just want to take the lead further away from the opponents, getting in those rotations, get early setup, and then make it so difficult for the opposing team to break. As you can see, it is going to be Red Lotus trying to get into this hill, but it is still Team Blue. That's her in the hill, taking all the time, 45-14. And this is a brilliant start for Team Her.
Definitely is for Team Her, as Red Lotus is, once again, they were predicted to be one of the favorites for the whole tournament right now, but this is only Hill 2. Okay. We don't want to cast discourage any team by being like, yeah, right now it's looking good. We're going to say neutral, but at the moment, Her is putting up a really, really solid defense here. As you can see, they're all over that point there on the minimap. And here, Hades is actually keeping them away from even getting close. Red Lotus does actually trade off. SAS is going to try and get closer, but they do realize there's only 9 seconds left. It's probably not worth it to try and get more points from that hill. The next hill at Granny's house is far, and if they can secure it, this is one of the hills that can really bring a lot of points. So they can bring it back and maybe equalize, and that's definitely what they're going to be hoping for here, as we see the whole team is here. But on the minimap, Her is rotating, and there's a UAV, I believe? Or was that a hunter drone?
I was thinking it's a hunter drone, but just as you mentioned that, Her immediately gets, or they were late on rotation and then immediately breaks. As the previous hill on P2, they had majority of the time, I think almost 50 seconds of that, and they're continuing with that, getting into the hill, getting the time, and at this moment in stage, it doesn't seem like Red Lotus has anything to answer back.
Yeah, right now. So these teams were made for the tournament specifically, try and keep it balanced and everything. And there are some shining players on each side of the team. And, sometimes it's just about finding your rhythm as a team. And right now it does look like Red Lotus needs to find the rhythm, but also Her, they definitely have their rhythm here. Oh, we see this splitter, what is this thing called? The claw. The claw is out and gets some kills and sweeps them off. And Her is continuing their dominating streak right now. They are 100 points in the lead, and we've talked about this. Captain Trout, guys, everybody loves Captain Trout. He's talked about that. What do you call it again if you don't even break the 100 barrier mark as an enemy team? I need to know what that word is.
Yeah, 100 club.
Is it the under 100 club? Okay.
If you don't get that 100 club, you're basically getting all stamped on, and this looks like the case, but. Again, these two teams going back and forth, and Team Blue making an absolutely beautiful plays at the moment. And for me, I'm looking at Red Lotus just to someone taking charge and someone, having the initiative to rotate early and get set up for new. Because at this current state, it's Team Her that's just, playing perfect Call of Duty.
Yeah, they definitely are. They're controlling that site. They're covering all the entrances and exits and making sure that some of the rotation lines are also being cut off. And that is giving them a lot. But we see this yellow flood on the minimap. Will it be enough to get them in? Look at that angle. It doesn't get them. There is a purifier in the plays, in the work as well. They're getting on the site, but there's not a lot of time left on this site. They have to rotate off. And we're back to heal 1 now. It's 188 to 16, and the score limit is 250. So that means that at the moment, Red Lotus has a big mountain to climb if they want to possibly bring this back.
Indeed, so and it has to happen here. There's no more time wasting. You need to get into this hill ASAP and get as many points as possible. But you can see it is Hades. 26 kills and still going strong. The claw is out yet again. We can see the same thing with Isabella. 25 kills for her as well. So these two ladies are completely dominating at the moment.
We're about to go in for a listen in on Team Her to see just what makes them tick right now. Sorry, I think we unfortunately did not get that to listen in. So yeah, let's definitely get in here. We have 230 points right now. They look like Her is about to take this game home. It is 240. 220. Apparently, the players are very focused on the side of Team Her. They're not communicating. They are telepathically talking to each other. And it seems to be working as, again, the score now is 240 to 20. And they are definitely taking game 1. But it's only round 1 of the series. And now it's up to Red Lotus to go and find their bearings and bring it back on Search and Destroy right after this.
Yeah, they need to bring it back. And 250 to 20 is not a very good reading if you're a fan of Red Lotus. But Team Her, man, just came out firing from the get-go. It was the first 10 points went to Red Lotus. And since then, Team Her and Isabella and Hades just absolutely running away with things.
34 and 30 kills. They were relentless. Even Bonnie on 21. These are big scores on all over the board. We see on the side, unfortunately, of Red Lotus, they were struggling to get those kills in. They have to warm up their fingers, go and do the classic, if you guys still are old enough to know, High School Musical. The little, for all the old people tuning in, they'd get that reference, I'm hoping. But yeah, that was a stunning showing from Her. We can't take away from that. I think Red Lotus definitely, like we said, they were the favorites. They are the favorites on social media. And maybe, sometimes we've had this discussion as well where it's about a bait and switch. Maybe they're trying to get Her a bit comfortable, be like, hey, this is easy, we got this. And then next thing you know, they actually bring out the A game and they take the rest of the series again. It is a best of 5. So you have to win a best of 3. Sorry. So this next map is either lose or win now for Red Lotus or Her. Right now, again, Her showing there was very dominant. And Red Lotus is going to have to dig deep to bring it back. But it is on Search and Destroy, one of my personal favorite game modes. And this is now where, the play style of Control is, or that's not Control. Why is what's the first game mode? It just slipped my mind. Hardpoint. The hardpoint, you have respawns, it's aggressive and everything, where Search and Destroy is that tactical, slow gameplay. And, these gameplays do favor certain players and certain teams, and let's see what Red Lotus is able to do with that. Again, stunning showing there by Her.
Yeah, this is where you need to turn it around now if you're Red Lotus. We did now see with the respawn game mode that Team Her just absolutely dominating the scene. But now it comes, like you just said, now it comes to a game mode where I think a bit more brain is used, a bit more methodical. A play needs to come in, and I want to see someone take charge. I want to see an IGL, an in-game leader take charge, and then make the plays. Where do we go to the bomb site? Who's holding what angle? Who's using the sniper? What combination of weapons are they being used? Is there more ARs, more subs? And how do they counter each other with streaks if someone gets streaks? So there's a lot of things that go into Search and Destroy. But for Red Lotus, everything has to work in tandem. Otherwise, this is going to be a 2-0 series.
Yeah, the tour series is not what you want to see, but I believe we are here on ACGL Women's War, brought to you by Carry First and Tribe, and we are ready for game two as these players have the fist out. Bonnie has got their fist out; she's ready for action here. Going on to B, there seems like Red is hard committing onto B. As we can see, they are about to flood it. Hopefully, they get this grenade opening kill. They take some damage themselves. The comms might have been made of a nade hitting happening. Bonnie has a great tight angle here.
Oh,
Catches two, I believe. No, the teamwork there brought him some kills into the bag, and it's a 4v1 already. Her again, just having a dominating showing here on round one. That was very quick. A lot of stuff happened there.
yeah. I didn't expect a full-on rush to the site there, but beautiful reads coming in from Team Hers. They just shut things down and make it almost impossible for them to get the bomb down. And we can see a totally different push in with this being a mobile search and destroy. It's first to 7, and it is the first, I think, 7 rounds that before they change sides and the opposing team gets the attack and vice versa.
Yeah, so that does make a lot of pressure. If you struggle in the defense, you can't make any mistakes. But this is a bit of a slower round, but still going in the favor of her. But they might have been, committed all their players there to B side 1 and now A side to kind of see where the stragglers are, where the weak points must be. And this round looks much more successful so far. So hopefully they can try and get this A out now. But it is once against a 1v4. And a Madam right now on 5 kills with her sniper.
Yes.
I'd love to see sniper gameplay. I hope we can get some of that on screen for all of you out here in the crowd.
Exactly is what I wanted to ask. We need to be on that sniper because 5 kills within 2 rounds is, almost unheard of for a sniper. But that's beautiful plays from her. We actually can jump on board with her. Please, if they can hear us, let's get on Madame. Play number 2, that is for the blue team. The sniper still out. Please, can we get to her? Just want to see what she does. I need to learn.
She's definitely got an angle right now that is shutting them down. But look at this. Noob HQ or Kosa has got this perfect position there to shut down that rush through middle. But it's a 4v3 now at the moment in favor of her. And again, now the players are getting picked off. But look at this little sneaky angle there. It's a diamond sniper. When you see a diamond sniper, you know you're in trouble. Yeah, and she's definitely showing right now. She's on 5 kills still this round. Unfortunately, she hasn't found anybody yet, but I think it's because they're hiding. That is my theory right now. And again, it is a 2v3. If they find these stragglers and pickoffs and overcommit, it could be good for them. Unfortunately, loses that gunfight. And now it is a 1v2, which is the closest they've had this round to actually be, to take a round for themselves here. Let's see what Tekna can get up to if she can find off the strugglers. Gate spotted out. Unfortunately, can't get away safely or return fire. And that is a 3-0 in favor of her so far.
Yeah, and they even got that round with Bonnie timing out. I don't know if they're going to keep on going and Bonnie can join back into this game as Madame connected. Well, it's not her that disconnected, but we'll see if she can get back into this game. But we keep on going as we're on board with the Kosa Noob HQ with the CBR4, trying to spot anyone crossing the way there. Turns back just to make sure that no one pushes B, but this looks like an all-out A push with Hades trying to get the kill from above as she finds one, she finds 2, and almost finds a 3rd as he keeps on going. She spots both of them, taking the 3rd down, looking for the 4th, finds the 4th, and absolutely brilliant plays coming in from Hades.
Wow, what a beautiful flank there by Hades. She just found that opening that they weren't checking, and she just cleaned them out from the back. Beautiful play there. That is an MVP play right there. If we do have MVP votes during the tournament, that was stunning, absolutely wiping. I feel like Red Lotus just got completely caught off guard by her play. Well played there, good positioning. And Red Lotus are probably starting to feel the stress here. They are 4-0 behind. Again, it does switch, and defending is usually the easier side to work with. But Madame is here with her sniper, and let's see what she can do to shut down. I'm excited to see some of these shots ring through. Finding angles there again. Noob HQ Okosa. She finds out 1 so far. Big fights here in the outside barn. It's trades all around, but the trades are in favor once again of her. And her does take it up to 5-0. 2 points away from taking Series 1 right now.
Yeah, I'm shocked at how straight these girls are shooting on Team Her. They aren't missing a bullet, and it looks like their team works, up to par at the moment. Where Hades again with 10 kills and Madame with 6, as again Isabella with the CBR4 finding 2. Give her the rest. Let her get a beautiful ace as she needs to find 3 more. Turning back, she's still in the same box as she found herself before. But if you team Red Lotus, like something has to happen.
It almost looks like at the moment that Red Lotus are playing scared. We've talked about this in the discussions in the past, where it's all about the mind games eventually, and your confidence and how you play your rotations, and just kind of beating the mental game. And right now, it looks like Her is absolutely destroying in the mental game, as we see Red Lotus are, all stuck in that corner. They're not playing the angles. They're not finding the pickoffs. And now it is 6-0. Sides have switched. So let's see if Team Red Lotus is able to defend right now against Her. And if they aren't able to, that is them out of the whole war. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we can see Kosa over at B. She's the only person there. Spots one, but at least the trade comes in there. Sass finds a kill. Bomb is being planted, and I think this is the first time we actually see Bomb going down.
So interesting. It looks like they completely gave up. Maybe they're trying to play that retake type of game, and they do find one. And the SAS does trade out at least. It is a 3-2 advantage for Red Lotus. For the first time, they have that advantage, but now it is down to 2-2. The communication just isn't there. The teamwork, they're not trading kills right now.
That sniper is doing damage, and it's all up to Sugar, but I don't know if she's got the time to come defuse, as there's 8 seconds left. Make that 5, and that is another round on the board for Team Her. And I think that's game. That is a 7-0 sweep in Search and Destroy. And man, hats off to this woman in Team Her, man. They playing absolutely flawless Call of Duty.
That was definitely showing of their dominance. They're probably right after that the new favorites on social media. That was an absolute stunning showing. Madame on her sniper was clearly holding things down, but again, Hades, she there with I can't see kills unfortunately here, but she is the MVP of that game. 10 kills on Madame, 12 kills on Hades. She was just tearing them apart in both of these games. Sometimes you just have that one player that's just that one cut above that does so much. But right now, Her have 2-3 of those players, because as we saw as well in on the control or on the hard point, who was the player who was doing absolutely stunning there as well for the team of Her.
Yeah, it
doesn't matter.
Isabella. It was basically that whole team, man. Like, just going back to that first hard point, it was Team Her from the get-go. It was just outright dominance from that team, getting all the time and dropping 35 kills as well. And then the Search and Destroy is, one-way traffic basically. So from Team Her, man, hats off. Absolutely brilliant COD. But if you Red Lotus right now, you going back to the drawing board and see what you can do to fix it for the next one.
Yeah, if we can just get confirmed if this is single elim for the tournament is a loser's bracket, I'm not too sure. I will confirm that for you, because hopefully they do get the chance to go to the drawing board. Otherwise, they're out, and they're out of their running. Single elim, so Red Lotus have lost their chance at their cut at $2,000. That's unfortunate. It's just Her's performance was so dominant. It was such a great showing. Like you said, beautiful Call of Duty. They had the angles, they had the rotations, they had the positioning. Feels like they definitely did some strategizing during the week before the tournament, and it really clearly has paid off. Well played to Team Her, and unfortunately Red Lotus are going to be going home. And on that note, we're probably going to get ready for our interview soon and get ready for game 2, which is going to be, can you remind me? It's Venom versus...
Venom versus Ladybug.
Venom versus Ladybug. I love these names. Venom versus Ladybug. That sounds like it's like a question that you'd ask a philosopher. If you were to put Venom against a ladybug, who would win? And it's like, I don't know, ladybugs, they're adaptable. but Venom is very deadly. We'll have to wait and see. We're going to answer that question for you guys in our next game that's coming up. The players and everything are going to get ready over the next few minutes. We might go to an intermission. That's the word I'm looking for. Before we get into that interview, that was such a powerful showing by her. Again, hats off. I think every team who's watched these games now, they are probably bringing their boots when they have to go against her. But yeah, we'll have to see what these other teams have to offer and put onto the table as well. Beautiful games all around, and yeah, her is definitely going to be. If I have to put on a vote for my favorite team for the tournament after that showing, it's going to be her.
Yeah, it has to. I don't doubt. Well, actually, if we can see now, we can see now with the next series that's going to take place, if anyone comes close to the gameplay we just saw from Team Her. So it's interesting to see, but I can't wait for that. We're going to go into intermission, then we have the interview, and we'll see more Call of Duty after that. But for now, see you guys in a couple of minutes. Just to make sure that no one pushes B, but this looks like an all-out A push with Hades trying to get the kill from above as he finds one.
Hello, 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 everybody. I'm here now with our first interviewee of the ACGL Women's War, and it is the amazing Lucy from Carry First, who's made all of this possible. Lucy, how are you doing? How has the tournament been?
I love this. I just want to say, hey, ladies. It's so awesome to see you guys come out. I think this may be our best turnout for an event in Tribe history. So the ladies have really shown up, and it's awesome to see. It's great to be here.
That's absolutely awesome. Yeah, talking about Tribe. I mean, Tribe is a subsidiary of brand of Carry First, as you mentioned, where players can find each other so they can, get communities and the lady communities and everything. So tell me a bit about what else Tribe offers and what they do.
Yeah, so Tribe's awesome. We started Tribe last year because we really wanted to bring gamers together. It's a combination of things. There's like a Discord channel where you can find players of games that you're also playing, compete, share news. We also started a university program. So now I think we have 30 campuses across Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, and Morocco. And just places where, again, gamers can find each other, they can share, they can play, compete. And we just want to be supportive of gaming culture.
Oh, you have no idea how giddy all of these words in sentences make me. I am all for getting the gaming and especially esports side of things in Africa, like at the forefront and taking it as far as possible. And again,
100%.
Carry First is one of the forefronts on doing that, especially on the mobile scene, which is fantastic. Yeah. Mobile being as accessible as is just amazing. Yeah, so I didn't mention this, but yeah, Carry First is this is one of the co-founders, the COOs. We're talking with here. So when we're talking about Carry First, she knows her business. And so what have you been thinking of the matches so far? This first match just went down. It's quite a rough showing.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, Hades, it's just super impressive. Yeah, it's cool to watch. I'm excited to watch the rest of it. I think this is day one, a few more days left.
Yeah.
So I'll be keeping an eye on all of the competition going forward.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we were talking during the games about how Red Lotus was one of the favorites on social media to take the whole tournament. And her just kind of obliterated them. So who do you think is going to be walking away? I know these are some of the other teams.
I won't pull favorites yet. I'm still gonna keep my eyes open and keep it to myself.
Okay. You need to
play impartial on this side.
You're just playing it safe right now. That's
100%.
Otherwise, you get emails afterwards. Why did you not vote for us?
Yeah, exactly. It was rigged.
But yeah, so yeah, and we've talked about Tribe now and how it's a community, and we've alluded to what Carry First offers and what they do. But tell me more, like, why should gamers care about Carry First? Like, what do you guys do? What are you guys working towards?
Yeah, it's awesome. We started Carry First 5 years ago because we really wanted to catalyze gaming across Africa, right? You have massive young population of folks who are playing and really not getting a lot of attention. And so that was really why we started it. We wanted to support gamers and just do a better job of making people aware of certain games, providing infrastructure like servers, getting influencers involved, giving them a platform to really connect with their audience and also to the publishers themselves that are making these games. I was at LCS, League of Legends Championships in the US last August. Yeah, it was insane. It was in Chicago. And they, for a whole weekend, sold out United Center, where the Chicago Bulls play. And it's so awesome thinking about this, right? There's like the engineers and the artists that build a game. There's the teams and the players and everyone who supports them. But then there's the guy who's just, selling hot dogs. And I'm so excited to see esports blow up on the continent, and for us to see events like that in Lagos, in Johannesburg.
Oh. Yo, I got goosebumps right now. First of all, I want to cut the interview short. I'm so jealous right now. I want to go watch one of these awesome tournaments. But yeah, I mean,
it's pretty cool.
When it comes here to South Africa, that's going to be the dream, or like any sub-Saharan Africa country.
We're working on it.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. I'm excited for that. Gary, first is like, I can't thank you enough for doing the work that you guys are doing, because that is important. Like you said, there's such a huge population here. We have some incredibly talented players.
We do.
Like from everything from Call of Duty Mobile. You guys run some FIFA. I'm on the PC side, so we do some of the Apex Legends. We have the talent in South Africa is completely unrecognized, and I'm excited to get that talent recognized. And,
let me tell you, it's starting to be recognized now. With this pilot we did with Call of Duty Mobile last year, it broke all expectations. Right? We shattered our goals. We like truly crushed them. I think we had 2 times as many players as they expected would show up, and the level of competition super impressive. Activision's paying attention, guys, and it's just beginning.
I'm excited for the future. This is just the beginning. Thank you again for all the work you are doing behind the scenes and hosting these tournaments. The $2,000 prize pool, and apparently you have another extra little thing you want to announce for us.
Yes, apparently, Carry First is now offering a reward of 10,000 gems. Gems you can use to redeem your favorite games, but also airtime and data on the Carry First shop. Who can answer what year Carry First was founded in the comments section.
Yes. So just as a hint, we didn't say the year, but it's for how long ago. So I hope everybody was listening. But get into the comment sections. You can get yourself 10,000 Carry First gems. And what can you do with these gems on Carry First?
So you can use them to buy gaming content, airtime data, buy yourself a manicure from Sorbet. Hey, ladies. Ladies can game and get their nails done.
Yes.
But yeah, all sorts of things in the Carry First shop.
Oh, I mean, when you're gaming, your fingers are working hard. They need some love and attention.
They need
so
some
that
love
is
and attention.
awesome.
I agree.
I'm so excited for it. Thank you for taking this interview with us, and again hosting this, making all of this possible. Best of I don't even want to say luck, because the work we can see you guys putting in is there. So best of everything for the future of Carry First. I can't wait to be involved with more of your events and see, like you said, getting Africa as a continent recognized in the esports scene as a whole. It's so exciting.
It's awesome. Well, thanks for having me here, and thanks for partnering on this. It's awesome. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you again. And on that note, thank you for joining, Lucy. It's been amazing talking to you. We'll hopefully hear from you again during the tournament.
Yes.
Hopefully you'll have a favorite by then, because at the moment
yeah,
you're partial,
exactly.
but you need more info, to be fair. So, yeah. But on that note, I'm going to be throwing you guys back to the casters and myself, I guess. And have a lovely night. You're not in America right now, are you?
No, I'm in South Africa. I'm in
South
Cape
Africa.
Town.
Hey, Cape Town, such a beautiful city. Awesome. No, have a lovely night, and thank you.
Take care. Bye, guys.
You too. Hello, it's me again.
You back? You
back? And now I'm joined again by the amazing Dallas as we're getting ready for round 2. How fun was that conversation? I literally have goosebumps. I'm excited.
I was sitting here smiling at what she said for everything South African, Sub-Saharan Africa, and just the gaming scene as a whole, man. We have so much untapped potential, as you mentioned, and just to shine light on them, and not just even on specific people, but the ladies like we have now. A lot of them. We have in the Call of Duty scene alone, I think, 5 to 10 women, ladies that can bring out the best of the team, and they just need to get the confidence and get the people backing them. And I can tell you now, they'll make some big strides. So having some or Tribe or Carry First just doing what they're doing for the whole of Africa is just absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, if you get me started, I'm talking about esports and how inclusive it is.
Yeah,
we wouldn't be watching Call of Duty games because we'd be here for 3 hours. But we are having some Call of Duty games lined up. If one of the admins can confirm if the players are ready yet, because Okay, yeah, so we are waiting on one team just to quickly fill up. We might just go to an intermission while we wait for that and get you guys back into all of the action as soon as possible.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time for some more Call of Duty Mobile, powered by Carry First and hosted by ACGL. Daddy Cool's on my left-hand side. And Daddy, are you ready to see what these ladies can bring to the table?
I am most definitely. It is Team Venom versus Team Ladybug, as we said earlier. We're just waiting on 2 more players. So, what's awesome is this is the Sub-Saharan Africa tournament. And some of the players, I think Ladybug is for a Kenyan team. So awesome. I love this. And, they had the time wrong because we gave them South African time. So they just got a bit of a surprise. Like, oh, guys, we have to go online. So they're all joining in and getting ready for the game. And we're ready for some action. I'm excited. We're going to see what the caliber of these 2 teams are. As you see that our maps are going to be Hardpoint, Slums, Search and Destroy on Summit, and Control on Raid. Completely different maps, except for Raid on the last map again. Tell me about these maps, Dallas. Oh.
Yeah, but again, man, Slums, iconic. Man, I can just listen again to the iconic esports of Call of Duty where the caster says Scumpy is getting cross court kills with the Scorpion, and man, if I see a Scorpion, I'm going to be in heaven in map number 1. And map number 2 is the same thing. Summit, a beautiful designed map, and I've actually seen Summit played quite a bit on COD Mobile. So, and it's so aggressive. Unlike before, or like usually or traditional search and destroy, like these people just go at it in S&D and Summit. So I want to see that again, and then hopefully we can see a 3rd game mode this time, and that's Control and Raid.
Yeah, definitely. I must say, what we talk about this prize pool again, just to remind everybody what Carry First is putting on the table for us. $1,000 for first place, $600 second place, $400 for third place, and the MVP of the tournament taking away $300. That's $2,000 in total. And you as a viewer can also get yourself 10,000 Carry First gems that you can actually buy in-game content with. So yeah, get involved in all of that. And that is all thanks to Carry First and Tribe. It's so exciting to see these prize pools just keep on getting bigger, and I'm excited for the team who's going to take it. And currently for me, that team has got to be her. Showing on the game 1 was absolutely fantastic for them.
Yeah, that's the question now, right? Going into the second series now between Venom and Ladybug, which one of these 2 can actually put up a fight against Team Her? Because man, that team looked so good. But first things first, they need to get past each other. That's Ladybug and Venom. Who's going to come out on top, we don't know, but the players are busy loading up and we can get into the first game. And I'm just looking for a close gunfight. I'm looking for someone to pop off again. I'm looking for an IGL this time on both sides to make the calls. So I'm just looking for a very close up match.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully we do see that. So talking about the previous game, right? So I used to play competitive, and so when we were in my second year of competitive, we weren't the best team yet, right? You have to go through this adventure. Your first year of competitive, you kind of find your feet. Second year, you get better. Third year, and eventually you become one of the top teams and all that. But I remember in second year, we weren't the best team, but for some odd reason, we could beat the best team. Only us had a good time with them. And sometimes a team can just, their play style and their players can just absolutely counter you. And look at all these awesome ladies on screen right now. We have R-Star, Diva, Christy Cliff, Esther, Kiki, Elizabeth, and Sinister for the team of Venom. Look at that awesome logo as well. I'm excited to see what these ladies bring to the table for this game. And hopefully we can see Team Ladybug as well as we get ready for this game. And now we have some faces behind the names as well, and take us through Team Ladybug.
Yeah, we have some faces. That's Moon Fox, Amarello, Pikavane, Chiamaka, Barrett or Tamara, Mouse, and is it Psycho Villa? So that's again beautiful names. And we have another captain. I'm looking at IGLs. I'm looking for a sniper who looks like the sniper in this team. I don't know, maybe a Pikavane pulls out a sniper, or a Merit over there with a sniper. And I just want to see more of those, because it makes Call of Duty so interesting, especially in Search and Destroy.
Definitely. And also, like you mentioned here, we want that IGL. As we see, Moonfox is the captain, so let's see if she can bring her team together, lead her team to victory. Because at this level of play as well, when you're playing competitive, it's almost the gun skill and everything, everybody's like on par. But if you can bring out the best in your players as a team, that's what gets you to the final. So let's see which one of these teams has what it takes to, take up her in the next match. We have one more match actually before we get to the finals and everything. That actually happened on off screen. We'll get those results for you as in the meantime. And yeah, then we're going to be doing this until Sunday. Like I mentioned earlier, we have awesome interviews with some awesome people coming up Sunday night. We have the amazing Jess Hines and Rishka. And Queens is tomorrow, who is the signed esports athlete for Red Bull. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but after the interview with Lucy, I'm so giddy for the future of South African esports, or African, sub-Saharan African esports. It's going places, and I can't wait for the future. Okay, cool. Yeah, tell us what happened on the other game.
Yeah, I think, am I pronouncing that right? Hashiras. So the previous game was won by Hashiras. So they go through, they fight to live another day. They'll probably play tomorrow again. We don't know against who, but considering they might face off against her, they better be watching the VOD before it gets to that, because they're going to have a huge fight on there.
Definitely they are going to, as we are getting ready for the last few players to just load in. Man, esports is a beautiful thing. That's all I want to say. And I just want to also take this time to say Happy Women's Month to all the ladies out there. I hope all of you have an amazing month. But, hope everybody has an amazing year. And I'm just excited for... ACGL has also been hosting some other female tournaments during the month as well. And there's much more to keep your eyes on. But this Women's War from First, it's been fun so far. We have a whole weekend still upcoming, and I'm excited for every second of it. Hopefully I can join you guys on some more of them. But I'm gonna go to see a band tomorrow, so you guys might see.
Yeah, we won't see you on Saturday, but we might see you on a Sunday. So this whole weekend we have some Call of Duty mobile action for you guys for this Women's War. So if you want to see more, you can catch us tomorrow again at 8 p.m. and then Sunday at 7 p.m. That is SAST or CAT. You can catch us then. But we've got this one game. The people are still already loading up. And like you said, Daddy Cool, you played competitive Call of Duty back in the day. What is just tell me ins and outs of Hardpoint. What do players need to look at?
Yeah, for Hardpoint, it's all, like we said, it's all about that early rotation. If you do realize that you aren't going to get a lot of points on the point, and make sure that you can equalize. If you fall behind, make sure you try and equalize on the next one, and then try and get that advantage and slowly grow it up. But on this previous game, they were just playing it too perfectly. They just pulled away with it. Emerald getting a beautiful opening nade there, and the concussion being thrown there. But at the moment, we have the team of, on the left is on the blue side, we have Venom, and on the yellow side, it is the lovely ladies from Ladybug. Ladybug ladies. And let's see how it goes here. They are struggling to find their entrance. Like you said, Slums is one of the maps that the central control point is so difficult to take and hold control of. But Kiki right now has got a great angle. She finds one, she finds two, she's going for a third. And it does look like she does get assisted onto that. But it looks like the team of Venom is bringing out the Venom on this first map.
Yeah, indeed so. And the streak's already raining down for Kiki. She's got 7 kills, and this is one of my favorite weapons, man. The CBR4, look at the amount of bullets you have in the chamber over there. Is just almost never ending, as the kill feed just goes all blue with some spots of yellow. As you can see, is it a Diva going with the CBR4, running to heal. And the one thing of this COD Mobile is the skins are absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah, there's some awesome skins, but the diamond is always so intimidating because somebody worked for that, and that's very intimidating. But as we talked a bit earlier, how the early rotation is so important, and here Venom did a very early rotation. They gave up like 5-6 seconds on point 1, and yet even then the side of Ladybugs couldn't get a point on the board. It is 60-0 right now. It looks like her might have a game on their hands from the performance we've seen so far here on Venom. And they are controlling this point. They've got that lockdown, that spawn there at the back. You can see player number 1 is just holding that spawn to control the spawn, because the spawn points are so important as well. You need to not only control the point, but control where your enemy spawns so they don't get onto the point as easily as they want to. And right now, it's looking like we're going to have a 100-point lead, 100-0 at the moment, as Team Venom is absolutely controlling this hard point.
They are indeed, but player number 5 is Max C. She is in new, but she's not really moving around, so I don't know what's happening over there. As a diva throws that beautiful hunter-killer drone, and it does connect to one of the enemies. But look at this chopper, just going to go absolutely ham in there, but only finds one. And at least it's on. They're on the board now. They're on the board. I can't believe this, Daddy.
Yeah, Ladybugs, they did that early rotation. They anchored down the spawn points to try and get themselves on the board, but it looks like the team of Venom did swap it around. Here comes the freeze. I just want to say, excuse me, Kiki, you're on 17 kills.
Yes.
Can you please calm down? I don't know what you had to drink before this game, but it might be an illegal substance, guys. We have to check them for doping. But no, this is a beautiful showing once again. 123. We have the blade out right now, trying to get that angle in. And it seems the team of Ladybug just can't find an opening to get onto sites right now. They had those 8 points and they couldn't keep Venom off the site. Look at this beautiful... Is that a cute little Nyan cat type thing looking at you while you shoot? I love this. That's an amazing skin right now. I would be shooting people with that gun. But yeah, the next point is getting ready. And again, we see how early the team of Venom is abandoning that point so they can go secure it as early as possible.
Indeed, Simon. You know, the fundamentals of hardpoint basically goes out of the window if you've got the slowing power that Venom has at the moment, right? You've got Kiki on 18, 13 for Elizabeth, 14 for Diva, and 12 for R-Star. But, you know, if you, Christy over there, you know, she doesn't have to do much because her teammates are basically just running a riot at the moment. Just taking out every single person, 165 to 11. They're still in the hill and capturing every single second of that hill.
I don't know. I can't call favorites anymore. I thought her had a very dominant showing, but this showing right now from the team of Venom is just as dominant. But this is only game 1, as we discussed earlier. And this is the more sporadic, wild respawn game mode that's just about running and gunning. We have another search and destroy that is lined up for the next one. That's a bit more tactical one. I wanted to see if there's another 7-0 there. Sure, we might have a great finals on our hand when these two teams do head-to-head in the end. But yeah, we're back onto Hill 1 basically now. They've rotated off. They're not even giving the team of Ladybugs a few points. Just, you know, they're just saying like, no, you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. But Nerf Mouse is right now on the site. She does get picked off though. She was there to try and slow them down, but the control once again is in the hands of Venom.
And Venom definitely came to fight they are. As you can see, Kiki is on her preferred spot, right on the top of statue, making sure she shuts down every single angle that Ladybug's going to come in. But Psycho Villa, unfortunately, not finding a kill there. And they're playing with a player down at the moment, as Maxi did, unfortunately, time out. And this could be the winning hill for Venom if they do not get out of the hill. And now they don't win it.
Oh, Kiki has the Annihilator in hand, and she seems to be annihilating with it. Kiki on a 5-kill streak. We see there on the left. We're just saying Kiki the whole time. 29-30. She just broke. She did trade for that 30, but that is an extremely dominating showing. 7 points off of the victory for Venom. But right now, they're already onto the next hill, and they're probably going to get those 7 points in the bag really quickly. Well played to Venom so far. And as we've said with the previous game, now it's back to the drawing board, trying to find the weaknesses in your team and, you know, iron them out, as game 1 does go to Venom. Really, really well played. The Ladybugs need to find their wings for match 2.
Well, I don't think we'd see a further game than from her and Red Lotus. Their score was 250 to 22, I think it was, and now we have a 250 to 14. Incredible. And just look at Kiki, man, 31 and 3, only died 3 times with 10 assists, and look at the heal time. She's literally doing it all.
That was a lot of work. No, she wasn't doing it all. 22, 19, and 16 from R-Star, Adiba, and Elizabeth's. Really well played. And I mean, there's still a lot of score from Christy Cliff, so she was clearly playing that objective. Sometimes the objective players don't get the love they deserve. You know, it's all about the kills, the flashy kills. But unfortunately, Ladybug, their team struggled a bit. There was some good kills on the board still, but not enough to flush off the team of Venom off of their sites and off of their dominant positions. And they take that game in a very convincing fashion. Like you said, even more convincing than her. I think we're in for a doozy of a tournament. Like sometimes you see a team just dominate like that, and you're like, oh, okay, this is looking kind of wild. But then another team just comes and dominated theirs. Dominates. I feel like there should be a word for that. And now it's up for an interesting time.
There needs to be indeed. But again, that first hard point of the first map we saw now, again, dominance. Like I mentioned, throwing hard point fundamentals out of the picture. If you have the slaying power that its Venom does have. But now going into a search and destroy, totally different ball game. Like we said, we thought Red Lotus was going to get back into it, but they didn't. But now we're thinking, can Ladybug get back into it? I don't think so. I just think that this Venom team is just so good.
I'm gonna hope for Ladybug. I got faith in them. To be fair to Ladybug, like they thought they're only playing an hour from now. You know, the time zone difference does sometimes catch a person off guard. So, you know, this was their first game on. You know, when you jump into a game, you have a bad game, like, guys, don't worry. First game on. We'll this is warm up. We'll bring back game 2. They're gonna find their bearings now. And hopefully they bring their A game now for game 2 on, which is Summit, I believe, which is, again, one of those amazing maps. You were talking earlier about how, you know, on Call of Duty Mobile, it's so much aggressive. Overall, the aggression on Call of Duty Mobile is just on point. People just run and they gun it, and I love it. It's just non-stop action. It's just shots. Like there's never not people shooting.
It feels like their phone battery is busy dying and they need to get the kill immediately. It's all guns blazing. And they don't miss. I've not tried playing Call of Duty Mobile because I feel like I'd miss everything. And at least with the controller I can at least shoot back. So I don't know if I should try it or should not. But you know, looking at the way these ladies are shooting, maybe I should give it a go.
No, definitely. I mean, I actually have tried some of the mobile, and they're making it look easy. It's not easy. I actually also worked with Poco and Gary First at the Rage, where we were doing some Call of Duty mobile tournaments, and I tried to take part in those. And I don't know, my fingers. I'm a mouse and keyboard person, and you know, my fingers aren't that smart. But it's definitely not as easy as these players are making it look, and it's again such a great showing there from Venom specifically. We're getting ready for game 2. Ladybugs, I hope they find their wings. Otherwise, we had that question earlier: who wins between Venom and a Ladybug? And currently, it looks like Venom is the more potent of the two.
Indeed. So, but again, I just want to speak about Slums, the map, right? We spoke about the traditional Call of Duty maps, like the maps people remember over all the years and all the many Call of Duty. Slums is definitely one of them. Played up in the mountains, full of snow. We usually see one sniper being pulled out. I want to see what happens this game. But with this mobile, it's again seven rounds before they swap around and the opposing team attacks and the opposing teams defend. But again, I just want to see the IGL work. I want to see how methodically they can play this, how they can maybe get a flank in, kill the guy from behind. I'm not 100% sure about the dead silence. I even wondered, do the players play with headsets just to, like, you know, just to get that extra sound?
Yeah, of course, there's definitely some competitive, like, you have to do these things when you're playing at the competitive level. But I just want to take a second. I just kind of want to bring the viewers in close. Hey, you guys, the viewers, we love every single last one of you. You guys are amazing. And if you guys want to get involved in any tournaments in future, be sure to go and check out ACGL, Carry First, and Tribe. Jointribe.gg is the website you want to go to if you want to get involved. Find yourself some awesome players to play with. Find yourself a community. Find out about these tournaments. All of this is possible on Carry First, ACGL, and Tribe. You should definitely go and check them out. Yeah, some of the players are struggling to just reconnect. We might just go to intermission as we get those issues sorted. But yeah, thank you again, everybody here. You're amazing, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Hello and welcome back, everybody. Unfortunately, I've got bad news. We have a forfeit on our hand from the team of Ladybug. With the time zones, they had it a bit mixed up, and they can't actually now make the time that was arranged. This is something we have to deal with when you're working with multiple time zones. Hopefully a lesson learned there for all the teams and players. For anybody in future also wanting to join, make sure you check the tag at the end of the time zone, SAST. It's an honest mistake, and unfortunately, we are losing out on some more Call of Duty action. That's such unfortunate news, Dallas.
Yeah, so at least I must say, we saw two dominating teams today, right? We had Team Her and Venom. They came to fight, and tomorrow we've got the semi-finals starting again at 8 p.m. SAST or CAT. And then you can catch us again. I won't be here tomorrow. Daddy Cool won't be here tomorrow. I think he said, he's going to a band. He's all too cool for us. But I'll definitely be seeing you guys on Sunday. And then whoever's left, we can see if we can bang this out and have an absolutely brilliant show. But again, unfortunately, that this was a forfeit. And that's basically it for us tonight, Daddy Cool.
Yeah, I mean, we just have to say thank you to again for making all of this possible. ACGL, Carry First, and Tribe. Don't forget to go and check out those socials. If you haven't figured out which year it started, Carry First started, I hope you have. Put it in the comments down below. Get yourself some 10,000 Carry First gems as well. And yeah, go follow on the socials. Go check on jointribe.gg. If you want to get involved in these events in future, because all of these events are amazing. And I was thinking while we were going through this interview process, like these teams were created for the tournament, but now you see these star players, and hopefully these star players can get picked up. And that's how you get yourself into the esports scene, is you take part in these tournaments. You maybe get part of like a small team. You just outperform, you show what you have to offer. Big teams pick you up and you just go up from there. And yeah, I'm excited for the future of like all the esports in sub-Saharan Africa, and I'm excited to see you guys again on Sunday. And on that note, Dallas, thank you for joining me for tonight, and I'm excited for the next one.
Indeed, sir. And from myself, thank you very much to ACGL and Carry First and Tribe for having me. And this is to the future of sub-Saharan Africa. It's beautiful to see all the ladies come together to play, and can't wait to see more.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you guys as the viewers for tuning in. Can't wait to have you back here for the rest of the weekend. Have a lovely night and enjoy.
Cheerio.